Hello, YouTube. They call me Phil, and welcome to Phil's Notebook, page 102. I want to thank everybody for the kind comments from the first show, or the first episode, or first page, whatever you like to call it, of Phil's Notebook. I got a lot of great responses, and I printed them out from my email right here, right there. Nice trees cut down just for this paper. This is not recycled paper. But anyways, I would like to read you some very great, kind comments. And here we go. Here's one from Mauricio out in California. And here's what he writes. Phil, saw your first episode of Phil's Notebook, and you suck. Thank you, Mauricio. I appreciate that. Here's another one from Hillary in New York. Phil, saw your first episode of Phil's Notebook on YouTube. You suck. Thank you. Really appreciate that, Hillary. And here's one from my hometown. I like this. From Deerfield Beach, Florida. And he writes, Phil, you really, really suck. And that was from Charles in Deerfield Beach. Thank you. Thank you, Charles. And I did get a note passed to me about last week's episode, and it says, apply to infected area. Thank you. Thank you for all the great comments. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to continue to do this from years to come, months to come, days to come. But what I would like to talk about today is how we have what we call nanny states. This consists of the state, city, and national government, and even people around your neighborhood sticking their nose in your business. And I'm not one to go for that too much. And there's one thing that liberals, conservatives, communists, capitalists, vegetarians, pet lovers, Republicans, Democrats, and toenail clipping lovers all can agree on is that they know how to tell you how to run your life. That's right. And like I said, this can consist of local government to homeowners associations, for crying out loud. And they can tell you that your pants may be too baggy, that you didn't wear a helmet when you were playing soccer, that you didn't wear, that you went out trick-or-treating. You went out trick-or-treating when you were 12 years old. God forbid. Or you sat on a milk crate, for crying out loud. You have to be concerned when they start telling you that it's for the greater good, or it's to make it a better place, or we are watching out for you. You know, you really got to be careful, and we really have to stand up to these things. Let me give you an example of something that happened in my neighborhood just a few days ago, believe it or not, in my own backyard, for crying out loud. And this consists of feeding the ducks. This is my backyard. It's a beautiful backyard. Nice lakes, other houses around. You could talk to the neighbors if you're in the backyard. It's just a beautiful backyard. I love it. So I was out grilling one day, and in between while the grill was heating up, I was out there feeding the ducks and the cranes. And all of a sudden, I hear someone just start yelling at me, "Excuse me, hi," and it's my neighbor. I'm like, oh my God. And she's just sitting there, you just going, you can't feed the ducks. You can't feed the ducks. I'm going to pass a rule. You can't feed the ducks. And she's just going, I'm gonna tell on you. I can't believe you're doing this. And I just went back and finished cooking my steaks. Well, there you go. It really shows you how people have really no business at all. And I will continue to feed the ducks. I think I'm doing a great service in feeding our animals that are stray. They have no place to go. But I find it very relaxing after I come home from work to feed the ducks. I'm not hurting them in any way. They're not bothering anybody else. They're in my backyard. They go off into the lake there. But to bring back to what I'm talking about here with nanny states is that in Washington, D.C., perfect example, and I did a little research here, where state officials banned washing your car in your driveway. You can't even wash your own car in your own driveway. And a law passed in the Porculus bill, for crying out loud, that you can. They're now policing what you can and cannot sell in your garage or yard sale. Come on. You know, in Arizona, there was a restaurant that was harassed by state officials about people dancing in their restaurant. In some poor areas of LA, you can't even build a fast food restaurant. Well, there's capitalism at work right there, huh? Also, in Texas, admitting what a vibrator is for can land you in jail. It's illegal. In Belmont, California, you can't even smoke in your own house. I don't know how they're going to police that and how much that's going to cost them. In Indiana, you're not allowed to smile on your driver's license. And right now in California, speaking of California, you cannot. They're about ready to pass a bill, and you don't believe me, you can look this up. They're about ready to pass a bill that says you cannot buy a big screen or own a big screen TV because it takes too much power away from their national supply or their state supply. Come on. After all that they are telling you what to wear and what to wear, what kind of shoes you should be wearing, shirt, pants, whatever, should you trust them to tell you how much you make and how to spend it? Of course not. But when we start willingly surrender rights and privileges they don't care about, we will soon realize that it's too late to stop them from taking the ones we do care about. Then again, I could be wrong. They call me Phil.